Can I cook at home and sell it? So in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why pretty much anyone, anywhere in the United States can start a home-based food business and can do it like this. Hey guys, welcome back to Marketing Food Online. So I'm going to do something a little different in this video. I'm going to cover a handful, 5 specific reasons why anyone can start a home-based food business and why you should start a home-based food business, especially in July of 2022. With everything that's going on with local grocery stores and even bakeries, eateries, restaurants, and everyone that serves any type of food are having shortages. Shortage of this, shortage of that, ingredients, delays in packaging for food products so they can't sell them, supermarket shelves that are being emptied. Well, the great thing about America and the fact that every state offers the variety of cottage food laws, anyone could start a food business from home. Now, of course, there are a little bit of requirements and restrictions and limitations on some of the stuff that you can make. But to be honest with you, there are a ton of food products that you can make and bring to farmers markets, which farmers markets are becoming extremely popular and are starting to open up even more so all over the United States. Why is that important? Because it gives you an opportunity to create a side hustle business selling food products from your home with a much higher profit margins. I have actually been online for over 14 years now with our e-commerce business, and the fewer people who stand between you and your product, the more money that you make. And I can tell you, selling online, there's a lot of fees. There's a lot of technical things that you need to know, and there's a big learning curve if you're looking to sell on Amazon or eBay or even Etsy, and there's a lot of things involved with shipping. But when you start a home-based food business and you begin to sell it locally and bring it to farmers markets, and you are standing on the other side of the table selling that directly to your customer, you will make much more money. And if anybody tells you differently, then they've obviously don't know what they're talking about. So if you're looking to create a side hustle or a business at home and make money with a food product, turning a recipe into cash, well, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should and the reason why anyone can do this. It's not rocket science, and there's not a lot that you really need to learn to do, because if you know how to make the recipe and make the food product already, then you just need to turn that into a cash-making machine. Let's get into it. Number 5, you do not need any degree or specialized learning or education to start a home-based food business, okay? There is a lot of businesses, even a lot of career paths and a lot of jobs that require a lot of learning or experience of years and years. If you have a recipe and you have a house and you have a kitchen and you understand some of the basics and fundamentals of business, such as how much it costs to produce your product, how to price it, and simply sell it to a customer at a local market, that doesn't take rocket science to know, okay? So there's no need for you to go to a 4 or 5 year degree program. And even if it starts off as a side hustle, did you know that over 90% of the food you see in the grocery store, 90% of the food that you see anywhere, packaged food products, items that people are selling in grocery stores, cafes, or all of those items, they started at a home-based business. That's what's so great about launching a food business from home, is that very fact, is that the majority of the things that you eat and consume, from popcorn in a bag, which is one of the most craziest things I've ever seen, to even potato chips, snacks, salsas, barbecues, hot sauces, all of those started in somebody's kitchen. And that's exactly what you've got. And if you have an idea for a recipe, then you should start a business. Number 4, you have the majority of the equipment you'll need already. One of the most minimal investments that you'll ever need to make is starting from home. Because if you have an oven, some countertops, some baking sheets, bowls, mixing pans, and some utensils, that means that you could start a business from home. And guess what? You don't have to go out and buy all that. You don't need to have a commercial space. You don't even need to rent a place. You actually already have it in your house. And on top of all of that, there's additional tax benefits, which I won't get into too much in this video, but there are numerous tax benefits if you start a home-based business, even if you lose money the first year that you start, or you break even. So that is something else to think about. But having all of the equipment already, well, that doesn't mean a lot of money is coming out of your pocket to start a business, right? Again, a recipe, a kitchen, and maybe an oven and some pots and pans, you're pretty much good to go. Now, next up, number 3, you could start this as a side hustle or a small business, okay? Which means that in most states, cottage food laws allow you to create a revenue stream by selling your food product. So maybe you have a full-time job, or even a part-time job, or a couple of jobs, But you're trying to steer away from that because you have a great idea for a food product, or you have a recipe that everyone seems to love, but you haven't cashed in on it yet. So that makes it even more exciting and more inviting for you to start a food business from home, is the fact that you can create a side hustle right out of your house. You don't have to rent a commercial property, have an office space, learn a whole bunch of stuff, as we mentioned in the first couple things. You can literally get up and running and create a revenue stream for yourself. Number two, most cottage food laws in states throughout the US, and this is a bit surprising, but it's actually true. The majority of them don't require permits, licenses. Even in the state of Florida, that for instance, they don't even have inspections. Nobody comes in and inspects you. You don't have any licenses or permits that you need. Now, certain cities and counties in some states will require maybe a business license or some other things that you'll need. But the vast majority of the states in the United States, under the cottage food laws, don't require you to even have a business insurance policy. Now, I may not necessarily recommend not having that. But the thing of it is when we talk about starting a business with a low minimal amount of investment, you don't have to get all these things, licenses, business permits. All of that stuff is not necessary under cottage food laws. And there's several states, as a matter of fact, that do not allow local ordinances or cities or counties to override the state rules. So they can't create other legislation or rules or policies within the city or county you live in to override that, giving you full-on ability to start a food business from home. Pretty cool, huh? So the last thing I wanted to cover really quick is number one, and I touched on this a little bit before, but the majority of other businesses, and it doesn't matter if it's an e-commerce business or some type of commercial manufacturing facility, or if you want to start a bakery that's a retail store, these things are enormous investments. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. The great thing about having a home-based food business that anyone can create is that it costs minimal investment out of your pocket. As I covered in the first couple ones, you've got the majority of your equipment. You don't need permits. You don't need licenses. You don't need even insurance. And in some states, you don't get inspections. You simply need to create your product. Of course, follow the guidelines within the state for labeling the product, how much you can sell, where you can sell it. But to be honest with you, all of those things are very simple to do. So if you want to start a home-based food business and launch a product where you can test it locally without having to invest so much money or time into it, trust me, a home-based food business right now in 2022 is one of the most fastest growing home-based businesses out there. There are a lot of videos here on YouTube that talk all about creating websites, marketing, affiliate marketing, selling on Amazon, create your own website. To be honest with you, I've done all that, and I actually have income from all of those. It's taken me years, though, to develop the understanding and skills I need to do that. But if you start a food business from home, very minimal skills needed. Just understand how to make your product, how to package it, how to label it, where you can sell it, and then some basic business skills. How much does it cost to make? How much do I mark it up? Where can I go to sell it? What are some of the small fees, if any, that I have to buy or invest in a little farmer's market table? And then you can begin to get the wheels moving and test out your product. That's what's so amazing and so exciting about having a home-based food business. And the fact that every state has, to some shape or form, on the books, cottage food laws, this allows anyone to start a business from your house. So if these 5 things kind of were a little bit enlightening, definitely give me a big thumbs up. If you've got questions on how to start your own food business, definitely let us know in the comment section, because we love comments, because we can create fantastic videos to help you understand. So as we go along, definitely hit the subscribe button and check out all of our new uploads every week. And we have 3 new channels for more food entrepreneurs. If you're looking to create a food truck, we have a brand new channel dedicated to the food truck business industry, and Cottage Foods Laws, which is this amazing channel, and our Marketing Food Online, which is a fantastic channel as well. You definitely want to subscribe to those guys. And if you have any more questions, again, let us know. We'll see you guys on our next video.